Hi, morning.
Today is October 4th, our 4th day for Chicago trip, and right now it's the morning around 10 o'clock. We are on the
Nice. Yeah, the river walk.
Yeah.
So we are heading to Millennium Park, and we were going to visit the Navy Pier, and also we will go on the river cruise and enjoy the Chicago architecture. Let's go.
Because this city is truly one of a kind. Now, the first building on our tour is the beautiful Wrigley building right there. That is a Spanish Revivalist style building. Now, the next building on our tour, you probably saw it on the way in, it is hard to miss. It is the spectacular Trump International Tower and Hotel. This is the second tallest building in all of Chicago. It was built by the architect Adrian Smith, who we'll talk a little bit more about later, and you may be familiar with some of his other work. Price of $20 million, which is what the penthouse most recently sold for. Offices, restaurants, stores, parking, a movie theater turned the House of Blues, and obviously what everyone needs, yacht parking. About the river more than ever before. You gotta care when you're spending materials like glass and granite with classical styles like Greek and Roman. As you can see, we've got that tan building that looks like 3 buildings all squished together. It'll be easier to see as we come out from under them. We were building bigger and better. A time of gangsters and jazz, opulence, and merchant. About this building is the left half, the much larger half, was built in 1927, and the right half, Art Deco building, or as I like to call it, Mart Deco. It was built for optimism. We were building, historically it's very new, but my friend Salim lives there, and it's got a great pool, so I think it's worth mentioning. It was built in 1898, and I know what you're thinking, Keegan, there's windows, basically just seesaws. They all have those kind of weights, they're just hidden on all the others. And this bridge, Rudy. That's because Europe built their cities differently from the river. All from different architecture firms, they work together to create buildings that stuck between 2 immovable objects. As you can see, you can't see it from here, but up at the top of the building, the highest floor has 12 giant tanks of water. That's the Bank of America building. And if you were wondering, a building like this takes about 3 years, so strap in. Our first stop's going to be to Riverside Plaza, otherwise known as the Chicago Building. And since it was the Chicago Daily News building, the outside is adorned with images from the history of journalism. Was a machine to be worked in, nothing more than that. And so he wanted to show off the function around it and connect to the water below. And now as we head under this, I usually hope we do. It never happens. When they came back, they built serious big black boxes in the 60s. Been renovated, it is now offices to Uber and Pepsi, among others. Open fires attract architects. So architects came from all around, and major bird migrations. Now, the Princess that longer now belongs to the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, which stands at a little over half a mile. Our here sign. The orange block is this building. It's so I never get lost in this one spot on the river. Now this map is in an hour and 20 minutes. And what did these 2 brave men get for this grand accomplishment? This building opened 2 weeks after the stock market crashed at the end of the 20s. So it fell into a bit of contextualism. It's got that curve to mimic the river and 2 tones of black. Because in 1909, as a part of the Burnham Plan, LaSalle Street right here had to be widened because it's now known as Danny DeVito between 2 supermodels. Which is not quite the look. This building is called the Jewelers Building because it had high-tech offices for jewelers. There were automobile elevators so a jeweler could drive their car in and be taken up to a higher floor to avoid any potential jewel thieves. Champagne bottle because it was built at the height of Prohibition when America couldn't drink. Tower, however, it was built at the end of the 1920s and like all the best laid plans,